لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك محمد نبينا بنور هدينا محمد نبينا بنور هدينا.
The management of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON, led by its chairman Barrister Abdullah Mukhtar Muhammad, has appeared before the Senate Committee on Federal Character and Intergovernmental Affairs at the National Assembly to defend its 2019 budget proposal, as well as give insight into the 2018 budget performance of the Commission.
The actual expenditure.
Briefing members of the committee headed by Senator Danjumala, NAHCON chairman Barrister Abdullah Mukhtar said that the budget performance of the Commission for 2018 stood at 51.23%. He said the total approved budget for the period was a little more than 1.6 billion naira, while budget released was about 825 billion naira. Barrister Abdullah Mukhtar Muhammad further stated that the Commission presented a budget estimate of a little more than 1,492 million naira.
That one of 2018 was 374 019 079 00. But that one of 2014 and 19 is 462 649 09400. What is the increase like? What happened?
Thank you very much. We are grossly understaffed, and during Hajj operation we rely most at times in engaging casual staff.
Are you doing one of us?
Yes, we have from federal character. Yes, sir. So we want to make sure that we have appropriate budgetary provision. Then we will conclude the process to get the right staff that will man relevant departments, sections, and divisions of the organization.
I just want to thank the chairman for his resourcefulness and the way you have been handling the affairs of the Hajj Commission. I remember the last time you came here, we discussed about your new office building. Have you finished the acquisition now? You finished acquiring it and you have moved in?
God willing, if we are alive, we will invite the Red Chamber to come for the commissioning of the new headquarters.
Meanwhile, the Commission also appeared before Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs, chaired by Senator Monsura Sumonu and assisted by Senators Olubenga Ashafa, Shehu Sani, and James Manager. As in other outings, the Commission gave highlights of the 2018 budget performance and also defended its 2019 budget proposal. The senators sought for clarifications on some budgetary matters.
For office rent in 2018, you budgeted 73.9 million. 73.9 million was appropriated then. But surprisingly, in your 2019 budget proposal, what I'm seeing there is 30.9. It's very rare for an agency, you know. What we see normally here is that it goes up, or it remained, you know, the way the provision was made last year. What is the magic behind this?
We feel it is appropriate to remove that burden off the provision of funding it from the government can channel that little amount that we are able to save from our own back to some other things that will be beneficial to the society. The little amount that remains there is for us to take care of our zonal offices. And we hope to, in the near future, if we are buoyant and strong enough to even take care of our zonal offices, it will be a zero provision and government can use that 30 million elsewhere.
The senators took turns to commend NAHCON under the leadership of Barrister Abdullahi Mukhtar Mohammed for the significant improvements recorded in Hajj and Umrah management in Nigeria.
I must say you have set the face and has laid a good foundation for the future of Hajj operation. But nevertheless, I believe you are not free of some challenges as a commission when it comes to the issue of this exercise. If we want a smooth operation for the Hajj exercise, there is a need for your request to be met so that for whom much is expected, much is given.
I want to sincerely thank you for all that you are doing, because listening to you is that you are at home with the job. You know what you are doing. And I'm happy to be part of those who screened and cleared you during that period. So far, you have done very well. So continue to do what you are doing in spite of all the challenges.
In a related development, the Commission also defended its budgets before House Committee on Foreign Affairs, chaired by Honorable Nnenna Elendu Keje. She commended the Commission for its transparency and accountability.
It is a very straightforward budget. And I've always said over the years that it's only the Hajj Commission that you always see, clarity and transparency in the way that the budget is presented. Even expenditures that are not made is clearly captured. There's no attempt for ambiguity and to hide it or to cloak it under anything. And it's just these kind of budgets that just disarm you in a way that says that, transparency is actually possible in this country. And I just want to thank you for doing that.
Thereafter, members sought to know what the Commission is doing about the issue of abscondment or overstaying visa permits by pilgrims. Addressing the lawmakers on the issue, NAHCON Chairman Barrister Abdullahi Mukhtar Mohammed said the Commission, in addition to working with key stakeholders like NAPTIP, has been enlightening intending pilgrims and other members of the public on the implication of absconding or overstaying in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia under whatever guise. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, says it will continue to provide Nigerian pilgrims with effective medical services during the Hajj exercise.
On how best.
NAHCON Chairman Barrister Abdullahi Mukhtar Mohammed stated this while inaugurating the 2019 Hajj Medical Guidelines Committee.
It is our responsibility as the Commission and key players in today's Hajj activity to make sure that we come out with policies, guidelines and activities that will ensure our pilgrims get the best in terms of medical services without compromising quality and also procedure, as it is known under the international best practices. That is why the committee will have the expertise of the Federal Ministry of Health, and we have the experience of the states.
The chairman urged members of the committee to be patriotic in carrying out their assignments and in the interest of Nigerian pilgrims. The committee, which is chaired by the Commission's head of National Medical Team, Dr. Ibrahim Kana, has the following terms of reference: to identify and review the performance of Hajj medical personnel in 2018 and suggest ways for improvement, proposing a budget for drugs, medical consumables and ratio of funding between states and NAHCON, educating medical team members on terms and conditions of engagement, reviewing the medical team recruitment procedure and composition. Others are recommending minimum and maximum duration of engagement for medical personnel during the 2019 Hajj operation, as well as recommending reasonable remuneration for medical personnel, taking financial capabilities of individual states into consideration.
As a matter of fact, I want to assure the chairman.
Speaking at the event, the committee chairman, Dr. Ibrahim Kana, appreciated NAHCON for the confidence reposed in them, saying they will discharge their responsibilities diligently.
We can assure you we'll do our best, and we shall give you the report as you directed. Once again, we want to thank you for the confidence you repose in us, and we shall not disappoint you.
The committee has its members from state pilgrims welfare boards, tour operators, NAHCON staff, and the Federal Ministry of Health.
The responsibility of securing accommodation in Mecca for Nigerian pilgrims falls on the shoulders of state pilgrims welfare boards, while that of Medina is usually handled by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON. With the 2019 Hajj fast approaching, officials of state pilgrims welfare boards are now in Saudi Arabia to secure accommodation for their respective pilgrims. In line with this, NAHCON has also sent its team of inspectors to supervise the process and ensure that the standards set by the Commission for Securing Accommodation are strictly adhered to by the states. This is to ensure that pilgrims get value for their money by having comfortable places to stay during the Hajj exercise. The inspection team carrying out this assignment has its members drawn from key Hajj stakeholders.
It's a whole team, one represented by the Commission, and then we have the states themselves, we have the providers or the owners of the properties being identified, and we have a representation from the Nigerian consulate in Jeddah and the Nigerian embassy in Riyadh. In all the inspection, in all the movement, these are the people that constitute the team that inspect and recommend.
First of all, I appreciate the leadership of NAHCON for introducing these new policies that has given all the states the opportunity to participate in the activity that affects their pilgrims, as against just being informed of this is what you should do. But the take I have is that this is a participatory activity that has all the stakeholders involved, and we are okay with the system.
The guidelines set by NAHCON include accommodation providers' details, accommodation operation documents, building details, facilities in the building, as well as the rate chargeable for each accommodation.
We look at the quality of the accommodation. Secondly, we look at the distance of the accommodation to the Grand Mosque, which is Haram. We also look at apart from the physical features of the building, we look at the facilities. The facilities including the toilet, including even the ratio, how many people should be in a room. We look at things like the lift, where you have a lift, what is the ratio of the capacity of the lift vis-a-vis the number of pilgrims that you have in that particular accommodation.
This year, inshallah, the way we are going now, despite the fact there's increase in VAT, increase in the electricity bill, water, and all sorts of services in Saudi Arabia, we're trying to make sure if we cannot maintain the price of accommodation for last year, we try to bring it down a little to make sure that the price of Hajj this year did not go beyond what we paid last year. That's what we're trying to do. For now, most of the states who have made their service provider, we've been able to reduce the amount of money they paid last year by either 100 riyal or 200 riyal. That's what we've been able to achieve this year so far.
The pilgrims will end up having value for their money. Because you can see the NAHCON standard this time around has specified that no pilgrim should be exploited. The cost of accommodation that we paid last year per head was about 3,500, and from the negotiation that was witnessed and participated by the states, we are now paying, we'll be paying 3,300. That's a significant reduction, and the quality of accommodation too has been improved upon. Going by what I've seen for Niger State, the score by the inspection team was 85% for the first accommodation and 80% for the second accommodation. To a common man, for any, even if it's in an examination and you have 85%, I think you've got it.
A form containing the checklist of all items in the NAHCON guidelines was developed. Officials use it to score and rate the status of each item inspected in the apartments being considered. Furthermore, NAHCON and the Ministry for Hajj agreed that where a building is located 2 or more kilometers from the Haram, the owners of such properties are expected to provide vehicles for the transportation of pilgrims to and from the Kaaba. The committee also interfaced with service providers in order to ensure that they have all the requirements for operations. At the end of the exercise, the committee will submit its report to NAHCON for further consideration before states are given the approval to take any accommodation for their pilgrims.
الله ربنا هو الإله له من الأسماء ما اصطفاه الواحد الحي كذا المليك.
Welcome to the quiz segment. Our question last week was, name 3 mawaqit you know. The correct answer is Zulhulayfa, Yelamlam and Al-Jufa. The winner of last week's quiz is Ushefa Isiak Kende of 23K Monshola Compound, Old Barracks, Iwo, local government of Osun State. He answered the question ahead of others. Ushefa Isiak will be contacted on how NAHCON will get his prize across to him. For this week, the question is, mention the name of the tree Jamrat. I repeat, mention the name of the tree Jamrat. Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing.
الله ربنا هو الإله.
شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك.
Performing the Umrah or Lesser Hajj is recommended for Muslims at least once in their lifetime. What then is the Umrah? When is it expected to be performed? Who is eligible to perform it?
Umrah, as referred to as the
Sheikh Muhammad Suleiman provides answers to these and other questions.
Umrah, as referred to as the lesser Hajj, because it's not obligatory. It's not one of the pillars of Islam, but it's very good that a Muslim perform Umrah in his lifetime. Because if you look at the Umrah critically, see that the pillars of Hajj are 4, and the pillars of Umrah are 3. So this shows that Umrah is also important and is of great reward for every Muslim that perform Umrah. Umrah is anytime throughout the year you can perform Umrah. But it's very rewardful and more reward in the month of Ramadan. And Rasulullah was saying that whoever perform Umrah in Ramadan is just like he perform Hajj with me.
Who among Muslims are eligible to perform Umrah?
Are those who have the means of going, those who have attained the age of maturity, those who have proper sense of performing and knowledge of performing Umrah, and when the means of going, that is wealth, health, and the road are safe.
What are the rites pilgrims are expected to observe during Umrah?
From the Miqat, let's say you have the luck of going through Medina, When you come to Dhul Ilayfa, that's Abaru Ali, you take bath and you try to cut off your knees. You shave all your armpits, or you make sure that you are neat. Then you put off your clothes. Then you have these two wrappers, the ihram. You put it down. You put it on. If it's a man, white. By woman, any clothes is okay. Once you cover all your body except the face and your hands. You try perform Sunnatul Wudu. 2 rakah of the Munafiya, we call it Sunnatul Wudu. It's not Sunnatul Ihram, it's Sunnatul Wudu. Before you perform Umrah, you perform your Wudu. Then you try to go to the vehicle. When the driver starts the vehicle and move, then you say Labbaika Umratan. Labbaika Allahumma Umratan. Oh Allah, I've answered the call for Umrah. Then you start repeating the Talbiyah. Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. Inna alhamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika la. You are proclaiming that till from Medina till you arrive there at your destiny in Mecca. The first thing you start with in Kaaba is tawaf. You get, unless you met them at time of prayers, they are praying, then you join them. But if you don't have time of prayers, or you prayed already, you just go straight to the Kaaba. You start from Hajar al-Aswad. Say, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Then you start your talbiyah, your dua, zikr. The most preferable zikr is La ilaha illallah. Wahdahu la sharika la. La'ul mulk wa la'ul hamd wa huwa ala kulli shayin qadir. That's the first corner. Then the second corner, the third corner, the fourth corner is called Rukun Yamani. If you have the means of touching it, just rubbing it with your hand. Then you change your dhikr to dua, invocations. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Till you reach the Hajar al-Aswad. That's one tawaf. And you do that 7 times. 3 tawaf of the male should be with jogging. You jog. The first 3 tawaf. Then you 7 times. The following 4, you just walk normal walking. For women, they don't have to stress themselves. They just walk the normal walking, performing their tawaf, the 7 tawaf. They don't have to expose any part of their body except their face and their hands. After doing it, you try to go to Maqama Ibrahim, perform 2 rakah. We call it Sunnatul Tawaf. Then from there, you go straight and drink the Zamzam. After drinking the Zamzam, you go straight to the Safa. You start with Safa, you face the Kaaba, you invoke Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Always remember yourself, your parents, your offsprings, and the country, the leaders of the country. Pray for them, pray for peaceful atmosphere, especially now that we are facing the election. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have a fair and peaceful election. Then from Safa, you move down to Marwa. It's 500 meters. Getting to Marwa, you face the Kaaba again, you invoke Allah. From there, you move down to Marwa again. You do that 7 times, which will give you 3.5 kilos. Then that's all. You go and shave your hairs or cut it down. You finish your Umrah.
In what ways is the Umrah different from Hajj?
You see, we have many things. We have many rights. Apart from the pillar that in Hajj you have to be in Arafah. It's one of the pillars of Hajj. And one of the compulsory or work of Hajj is that you have to sleep in Mina before going to Arafah. And you have to come back to Muzdalifah and sleep also in Muzdalifah. All these are not there in the Umrah. From Muzdalifah, you have to come down to Jamara to throw the pebbles here, there. So all these are not in the Umrah. So that's the difference between Umrah and Hajj. So, and as we said earlier, Hajj, you have to be in Mina for another 3 days, on the 11th of Zulhijjah, 12th and 13th of Zulhijjah. But in Umrah, no. Within 2 hours, 3 hours, you perform your Umrah and you...
Sheikh Muhammad Suleiman urges Muslims who have observed the Umrah to always reflect on the lessons of this religious exercise.
لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك